Hello guys, what's going on? This is Negacious. And welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. In the last episode, we finally got Rin's route properly started. Last episode, to be honest, it was just kind of like a setup. It was a Colmer episode again. We basically just kind of wandered around, just talking to Rin. We had dinner with lunch with Emi and Rin on the rooftop, and had some shenanigans there. It was fun to see Emi again properly. I had forgotten how fun of a character she was. And after that we went to the art club meeting, where we promised that we joined to Mr. Nomiya, and he said that we're gonna do some ink sketching or grayscale sketching, and this picture is what Rin managed to sketch out of me. Or Hisao, and I fucking love this. Like, this is absolutely gorgeous. So, but also I dropped the episode there because it was already quite long, and there's the choice here, so I still don't have a goddamn clue on what should I pick here. So I wish I was as good as you, or you're amazing. And I don't know. I mean, if we think about the Rin's personality, because the other one is focused on me, and the other one is focused on Rin. So, but I'd say that because Rin, I don't feel like that if we go oh, you're amazing, you're incredible, I don't feel like that would work as well with Rin as I wish I was as good as you would. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick I wish I was as good as you. Wow, I wish I was that good. I kind of embarrassed myself. Wouldn't you have to be me to be as good as me? I don't think you'd want to be me. No, I guess not. Maybe just some sort of approximation then. Jesus Christ. My voice is also better now. Like the flu I had, it's going down, alright. But my voice is better now already. So no problemos there. I take a closer look at her work. It's still glistering with slowly drying ink. Also, is it coming closer? I think it's zooming in. You know, I look kind of grim here. You do look kind of grim. I mean, I agree, but it's also true otherwise too. Like this you, not the you I made. I do. I think so, at least. Her simple statement makes me suddenly feel incredibly self-conscious. I feel like I need a mirror right now to confirm or debunk Rin. It's a nasty feeling. Maybe it's just her. I hope it's just her, and that I don't look like that sketch to everyone. It's a good sketch, but somehow I get a really oppressive feeling from it. I see. Anyway, it looks really good. You really are amazing. Thanks. I'm glad I could draw you. You're an interesting person. You're an interesting person too, but that didn't help me much. My self-deprecation has no limits today, but Rin ignores it all. I knew that I could never compare, but to see the difference with my own eyes is quite humbling. See, I tried to make you look like you think a lot, since you did all that thinking. And yeah, I might have overdone the fed up with life expression, but cynics are like that, right? I want to retort something snappy, but Nomiya gives me no time to think, ushering us to the door. Hurry up, you two! While we've been chatting, the rest of the club has taken their leave. I quickly pick up our drawings and take them to the teacher's desk before hurrying after Rin, who has already left the classroom. She's not in the hallway, to my surprise. I wonder where she managed to run off in just a few seconds. Would have been nice to talk more. Well, not that I had much to say, except maybe get back at her for calling me a cynic. It's surprisingly late. I already got used to school ending at the same time every day, so I can feel the extra hours in my head and my gut. My growling stomach reminds me that I'm absolutely ravenous. I'm so hungry that I dare to try anything the cafeteria staff has deemed edible. Even when I see today's delicacy, fried mystery lumps, my steely resolve doesn't fade. I stuff the dinner down without tasting it at all, which is probably for the best. I don't have much homework to do, but what little I have won't get done by itself, so I stroll towards the dormitories. Preparing for the post-homework lull, I knock on Kenji's door. He responds from the other side, although I can't make out what he said. I try the door, but it's locked. After several seconds, the locks click open and he opens the door. Hi. Hey, maybe I could borrow a book? The library was already closed after I got away from my club meeting. He's squinting even more than usual and his eyebrows are twitching nervously. Club, that's dangerous, man. Indoctrination, groupthink, brainwashing, you name it. High school clubs sow the seeds of the conspiracy. Do you know how many secret societies have grown from high school clubs? Watch your back and don't get too deep in. You might not come back. Okay, Kenji. So, how about that book? Sure, but return them and don't spoil any of my books. No drinks, no food stains, no bodily fluids. Capiche? Bodily fluids? I think that's going a bit too far. Sure, thanks. Instead of letting me in, he retreats from the door, closing it again. After a few seconds, he returns with a stack of 3 thick books and hands them over to me. Opening the topmost one, a familiar emblem stamped on the copyright page greets me. Your books? These are from the school library. They're now mine. You stole these? What are you talking about, man? I've been liberating these from the oppressive feminist movement that controls the library. Please say oppressive feminist movement doesn't mean that poor librarian girl Yuko. She couldn't even oppress a wet towel. Kenji turns away, mumbling something I can't make out, and closes the door behind him. Before going to my own room, I enter the bathroom. While washing my hands, my eyes catch my reflection from the mirror above the sink. Dude! That looks cool. That looks really cool. I try to look for the grimness Rin saw in me, but it's just the usual me inside the mirror that stares back. I attempt to tell myself that this is what I've always looked like, but I realize I don't remember what I looked like half a year ago. Nice. I wake up all sweaty, as if I had run a half marathon in my sleep. Odd, I don't recall sleeping badly. It sends a little pang of worry through me. I wouldn't want to have my heart acting up without being able to notice it. Still, apart from this odd exhaustion right after waking up, I'm feeling just fine. My mouth is like sandpaper and I have nothing to drink, so I have to go all the way to the bathroom to take my meds. On impulse, I decide to take a shower while I'm at it. Is Kenji gonna be here again? While I'm in the shower, I make up my mind that this counts as morning exercise if I properly compensate with a nice half-hour walk after school. Obviously, I wouldn't want to risk possible complications by going running now. Besides, Emmy will never know. And I think she's giving up on me in any case. That's right, because at this point, like, we still kinda have the promise with Emmy to go, like, running in the mornings. But, okay, yeah, I got it, because this route is related to Emmy, because it's Rin, so... I gotcha. Walking could be nice, anyway, just to get to know the area. There's a big forest in the hills behind the school, or I could go down to the convenience store. While still dabbing the moisture of my skin, I set out to find my uniform. I quickly button up my shirt and pull on my pants before going outside. Normally during this time of year, I'd be eagerly awaiting summer vacation. Having only been at school for a little over a week, I don't really have that kind of feeling. I'm still savoring the school life and considering the sharp and awkward turn my life has taken. I haven't had the time to become preoccupied with getting free of it. Besides, once vacations hit, it'll be a nice surprise for me if I'm not expecting it, especially with the end of the term exams looming ahead. At least I don't have any catching up to do in my studies. My diligence has finally paid off. I push myself past the poor boys gathered in the doorway and flop into my seat. From the corner of my eye, I can see Shizune and Misha pausing their unavoidably animated conversation and turn to almost simultaneously in my direction. They clearly want something from me. I can tell from the way Shizune smiles. It's too obnoxiously bright to be sincere and too calculated to be spontaneous. Good morning! Her greeting is made of 100% cheer and bursting energy. Morning. I fail to put either of those two into my response. You don't look very energetic. I've forgotten totally how to do my Misha voice. Jesus. No wonder, I don't feel very energetic either. I think I didn't sleep well, but I'm not sure. She slaps me in the back and grins. Cheer up a bit, it's a great day! I catch Shizune's eyes. She has a strange, focused expression on her face, but she furrows her brow a little at direct eye contact and looks away. For a moment, I think that Shizune caught a glimpse of my worries somehow, and is pondering how to respond. But then she quickly straightens her glasses, and with them her expression. Anyway, we were wondering if you're still interested in that student council position, because we're going to make an offer that you can't decline. Wait, what? I wasn't really interested in the first place. You're putting words in my mouth. Not as such. But wouldn't it be nice to hang out with us every day while also being useful to your school? Well, to tell you the truth, I kinda joined a club. So it'd actually be sort of hard for me to join the council too. Even if I wanted to. Which I don't, as I said. Is that so? Which club is it, Hichan? The art club. Shizune's eyes glint in a sinister way as she scowls at me. With the way she looks, I'll be expecting the art club to lose its funding before lunch break, or the art teacher to mysteriously disappear from the face of Earth. Before she manages to comment, the teacher finally enters the classroom, getting Shizune and Misha off my back, and sending everyone rummaging in their bags for books and pens. I did join the art club, but the first meeting didn't really boost my confidence. I'm not really sure what I'm doing it for. I wish I could draw like Rin, but I don't know what I would do if I could. To what end would I use such a skill? I don't really know. Ignoring the teacher's sleep-inducing voice, I open my notebook to an empty page and press the needle-sharp graphite tip of the pencil onto it. What to draw? I really can't think of anything good to draw. That's really neat. As I hesitate and raise my hand, a meek black mark left on the previously blank paper seems aggravating. I can't even seem to get to the starting line, let alone get started. It's almost a physical feeling of being held back. Annoyingly, it reminds me of my failed attempt at jogging with Emmy. I look out the window in desperation. Right then, a small bird takes flight from one of the cherry trees that grow everywhere on the school grounds. I can't really see it clearly, and it's not like I can tell one tiny bird from another, but I pick it as my subject anyway. Conjuring up the image of a bird in my mind's eye, I turn my gaze back to the notebook and deliberately draw a thick line across the paper to get started. It seems to be mocking me, as I can't follow up right away. Still, it's a start. Getting started is good. I slowly sketch the picture on the notebook page, the image in my brain becoming clearer as the drawing takes shape. It's really nothing, just that nameless nothing bird on paper, but that's not important. My hesitation fades into the background along with the teacher's voice as I continue my struggle. The feathers form a simple pattern in my mind, but on paper it's a mess of way too many rough lines despite my best efforts. I realize that I don't really know what a bird's wing should look like, even if I try to think about it. I even put the pencil down and close my eyes for a moment, trying to trace the shape of a wing in my mind. So when is Muto gonna notice? And go like, Nakai? Being this serious about it all of a sudden makes me a little frustrated. Dude, that looks fucking awesome! Art class in middle school was the easy class in between exhausting subjects like math or Japanese. But there's this other side to art, the one that you see when you don't just fool around. It's almost like a completely different thing.
Hichan?
I look up to see two girls staring back at me. Misha and Shizune have carried their chairs to my desk and are now standing by my sides, looking at my drawing. How long have you two been there?
I think you need more practice.
Shizune draws a few sharp signs in the air between herself and Misha.
Hichan agrees.
Rin said the exact same thing yesterday, but why did it sound less condescending? You shouldn't judge before I'm finished. Besides, you don't know it's bad luck to see an unfinished piece of work. Misha cracks in exuberant laughter.
What? Don't be silly! There's no way that could be true!
Whatever. Shizune's eyebrows furrow dangerously, and the movements of her hands become abrupt, like the slashing of a knife.
You should learn to take constructive criticism better.
I would if you'd actually offer some. I know I'm getting too defensive and that Shizune is taking advantage of it, but I can't help it. What are you two doing here anyway? Misha wags her finger admonishingly at my nose.
Hichan, were you not listening to the teacher at all?
So we're doing group work again? Yeah.
We have a group assignment now.
I nod bleakly and let them take the lead.
So, what do you think of the lesson for today?
Not much of anything. I didn't listen to a word of it. Misha slaps her forehead and shakes her head theatrically. Be right back. Okay, now I know how to pronounce that fucking word. Theatrically. Theatrically. There you go. Theatrically. Jesus. That's a hard word to say. Theatrically. What are we going to
do with you, Hichan?
Luckily, Shizune and Misha together are more effective than 3 or 4 normal people, so I can mostly slack on the assignment. I try my best to offer at least some assistance, but I end up being mostly useless. The teacher keeps us in class 5 minutes past the lunch bells, but eventually lets us off the hook. I quickly stuff my books into my bag, while Shizune and Misha carry their chairs back to their own seats. The failure of a bird drawing ends up crumpled and stuffed in my pocket as I hurry outside. After that morning class, and throughout the week, I keep bumping into Rin.
Hello.
This is somewhat natural, as our classrooms are adjacent, but rather than just cross paths in the hallway like some people regularly do, we seem to pause at the sight of each other. We invariably end up talking a little bit, or just silently hanging out together. I think I'm getting used to being quiet in Rin's company, as it doesn't feel as awkward anymore. I am, by nature, somewhat introverted like her, so we fit together well. I think it's actually an anomaly for someone in this school to be so quiet. Most people here seem to love socializing. It's something that I've noticed already. Even though I haven't been here for very long, people here talk a lot, and all the time. It's a rare case when I see someone sitting alone, just spacing out or whatever. Obviously, there are people like that here too, the Hanako girl and myself, just to name two from my own class. But overall, they are a minority. Oh, Hanako. That rod was fucking amazing. At any rate, I wouldn't exactly call what Rin and I do socializing either, but it's something at least. These occurrences themselves don't bother me, but the fact that they happen at all does. I'd hesitate to say that we are drawn together by something, but we certainly act as if we were. However, this sense of a budding friendship is completely wrecked every time Rin opens her mouth.
Can I listen to your heartbeat?
She says this or something else about as outrageous, and I have to fend off whatever nonsense her mind has cooked up during the preceding class of a subject that she's not interested in. Rin's theme. It seems Rin has taken a shine to my heart condition as some kind of an extension of her interest in the other disabilities that people here have, and the consequences of said afflictions. As I stand in front of her for a second too long, looking as flummoxed as I am, she concludes it's necessary to further clarify her request.
I know I can, but I mean, will you let me?
Why?
Do I need a reason? I'm usually pretty bad with reasons.
Not per se, but if you want to do it, you probably do have a reason.
That's kinda clever. You're smarter than you look.
Also, I'd rather you not. I think these things should be private.
Private, I get it.
I can tell you something though, if it amuses you. I'm pretty sure it will. My heartbeat does sound very, very weird because of the, condition. And I hear it all the time. Wait, is that legit? Do people with arrhythmia here with assisted do arrhythmic people or people with arrhythmia, do they hear their own heartbeat, or is Hisao just trolling my ass right now?
So you're paranoid?
It's not a question, it's a statement. No, I'm not paranoid. The doctor said that abnormal attention to heartbeat is a common symptom of my condition. So it is legit. That would be kinda annoying, I'd imagine. Just hearing all the time.
So, for you, it's normal to be paranoid?
It's not a question either. One could say that me being like this in the first place isn't normal either, but what the heck. Paranoia fits me fine. I don't think it's... Why is it so hard? I don't think it's something that actually can fit anyone or anywhere. You know, I ate an orange today for breakfast. How was it? I'm vaguely proud of myself, managing to keep up with Rin's sudden change of topic. Ah, she's smiling. Excellent. I don't remember when I last ate an orange, because it's annoying to peel one. How would you even peel one with your feet? It's on the list of things I want to learn properly. How come you ate one then? Amy had some, so she peeled one for me. Good for you. Rin stretches her back and yawns, and says nothing further. She throws me a glance from the corner of her eye while she watches people pass by, but I couldn't say why. I realized, though, that this is the first time I've talked naturally about my condition with anyone, in a way. A group of boys walks past us to Rin's classroom, but she doesn't pay them any mind. They pay none to her either. My mind wanders off, spurred by the silence. Maybe I should have let her listen to my heart. It's not like it matters. Nothing really matters that much at the end of the day. I start feeling depressed for no reason. Again. It's like a tidal wave out of nowhere rolling over my consciousness, submerging me underwater. I feel a sigh coming out of my mouth, and I turn away from Rin, pretending to read a poster on the wall. It's an advertisement for the school festival, promoting an event almost a week past. The difference between me and Rin is that I'll be more likely than not dead before turning 30, while she can't eat oranges without help. I can't decide which one of us is worse off. I'll try to grasp the passing of time, but it seems hard. I'm still used to the rhythm of the hospital, where trivialities such as the day of the week or time of day didn't really matter. Everything was the same, no matter what. Rediscovering the significance of time is an oddly disorienting experience, and I find myself enjoying the fact that I can categorize events in this fashion. The relevancy of a ticking clock is surprisingly delightful, and I decide to start wearing an analog wristwatch, something I didn't used to do before. When I finally ask Rin on Thursday about something that's been bothering me for an entire week, it's already lunchtime. The time is somewhere between 11:06 and 11:07, as my watch doesn't have a hand that shows seconds. It's the old-fashioned kind with a black-red leather strap and titanium casing. I have a similar watch, but it does have a like a hand that shows seconds. It doesn't look flashy, but a wristwatch doesn't need to. Hey, remember that sketch you made of me? How you said I looked grim and gloomy or something? I'd like to know what you meant by that. She gives me a weird look and tilts her head a few degrees to the left, but doesn't say anything for a while. Well, you see, we've known each other for 2 weeks and I haven't seen you smile even once. Her striking observation gives me a pause. Have I stopped smiling? I have to take what she says as truth. She has no reason to lie. Something about the way she puts it annoys me. I frown at Rin, then try to correct my expression to look less depressed. I haven't been in the cheeriest of moods during the few past months or so. This is true. Does it show so much that someone like Rin can tell, after so little contact with me? Should I try to smile more at Rin? Maybe she could appreciate it, having such a neutral face herself almost all the time. Have I really stopped smiling? I see. Should I smile more?
I don't mind either way. Be as you are. You can't help being Hisao anyway.
But it bothers you.
I just noticed it, that's all.
Emi! Emi skips along the hallway, jumps to a sharp stop when she reaches us, and lightly pats Rin's shoulder.
Ready.
God dang it, what kind of voice did I give her?
Ready for lunch. Depends on what lunch is today. Remember that's due from March. Never again that. Let's go anyway. I'm starving.
That sounds too much like Misha. God dang it. As they are about to depart, Emi turns from her friend to me, seemingly as an afterthought, and smiles charmingly.
By the way, Hisao.
Her tone is way too sweet and soft to be sincere. I can sense the trap about to be sprung upon me by the miniature health devil. Miniature health devil. I know what she's about to say even before she continues, because I've been trying to avoid her all week.
I still haven't seen you at the track this entire week.
Maybe I've been there when you haven't?
That's impossible. I'm there all the time.
But you sleep and go to class.
I do those the same time you do.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't been able to pick myself up. Don't rat me out on the nurse, okay? Running isn't my thing, and I haven't come up with a good alternative.
Why don't you come to the track meet this weekend? Maybe you'll get inspired.
Track meet?
Yeah, people from few other schools come here for some friendly track and field action. It's on Sunday afternoon.
I can't think of any reason not to go. Sure, I'll come and cheer for you. I guess you'll be running?
Of course, you'll get to see me beat them all. But bye now. If I don't get something to eat, I'll die.
See you later. Bye, Rin. I'll promise I'll smile next time. I call after her as a bit of an afterthought. Awkward, I feel embarrassed about it, and wonder why I said anything at all. Okay. That's where we are going to drop off this episode of Katawa Shoujo. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, I did, make sure to comment down below. Whether it be casual banter, any constructive criticism, or just you want to say hi, make sure to comment down below. If you want to show your appreciation towards the video and your like or dislike, click the like or dislike button right below the video as well. Or if you want to get my videos into your sub box the moment they come online, make sure to click subscribe and the bell button next to the subscribe button as well, to make doubly sure that those videos do show up. My name is Nagacious, and I'll see you in my next video.